Check mic, 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday. It's a Sunday night for weather. Sunday night for weather. We're on a Sunday night. We're talking weather. YouTube gets the song tonight. Still setting up, so YouTube, I'll be there in just a moment. I always have to start your live just a little bit sooner. But we will be live here on Facebook shortly as well. And then I'll get rolling here just in a couple minutes. Just your patience is appreciated. All right. All right, we're ready to do it. Let's have a good time. Hi, Susie. How are you? Absolutely, Laura. Prayers for our homeless population. Dangerous cold tonight. So cold, Susie, indeed. Hi, Sonia. How are you? Hello, Alfred. And good evening to you all. Bill Taylor here in the Ken's 5 Digital Center. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm not going to let this snow and cold stop the heart tie because I love you and you know I mean it. I'm not even kidding. I'm so glad you're with me tonight. This is a dangerous winter storm, the likes of which we have not seen in this area in several years. It's reminiscent of an ice storm of about 10, 12 years ago that crippled the city for one night. The problem here is that we could be looking at 24 to 36 hours of a crippling for San Antonio that already started this afternoon. Just driving about 2 miles where we have a block of hotel rooms up Fredericksburg Road to Wurzbach took 45 minutes for me today. Took 45 minutes at 5 p.m. because there was already an icy glaze across the entire area of the medical center. So I'm so grateful to God that I was able to get here safely, as were several of us that we're going to be bringing you complete team coverage at 10 o'clock and making sure you're safe in this incredibly dangerous situation. Let's get to the radar first, and you can see the bands of precipitation and what's on the way. The snow is coming. You can see it blanketing a good portion of Del Rio and Eagle Pass at this hour. Daughter's ready to see snow. Carla, it's coming. You just got to stay up a little late for it tonight, and that's okay. Nobody's got school tomorrow. Stephanie, planning on boogie boarding down the hill. You got it. You better send it. B. Taylor at kens5.com. And then remember, put everything up on social and on the Kens 5 app. Make sure to use the section Near Me. The Near Me is where you want to put pictures. And make sure that, of course, you're posting and getting everything hashtagged Kens 5 Eyewitness. Be our Kens 5 Eyewitness tonight. Happy Valentine's, Paula. Thank you very much from Live Oak. Everyone, Joanne, don't go anywhere. And even if you're going to go out, make sure you're safely doing video and pictures because there's so much icing, your driveway is going to be iced over if you haven't been out there in a while. If you're going to walk anywhere, make sure you're trying to walk on mulch or grass that you might have in your front or backyards. Stay off any cement or asphalt because it's a icy glaze that's over everything right now across most of the city because even when you don't see those pink bands, which you can see in San Antonio, watch over the last several hours where you don't see those pink bands, there was still a drizzle falling. So we've had hardly any dryness since about 4 or 5 p.m. A very just light drizzle. But remember, any precipitation at this point hitting anything on the surface is freezing on contact. It's the icy glaze of that drizzle or that light rain that goes right to a sheet of ice. So it's not just about bridges and overpasses. Now it's every road. That's why you can't, okay, you want to know how to drive? The best safety tip in driving in snow and ice is this: don't. There is no driving in this weather. You stay home. Stay where you are. We're not leaving this station. Even though we checked into that hotel, it's not going to happen. I mean, I might not get back in there till Tuesday. And I'm not even kidding. We're all hunkering down here at Kens 5 because of what's happening outside. And I want you to hunker down where you are and stay safe because we want to keep talking to you and not about you. That is the truth, and that's from my heart. I really mean it. Stay home because there is no driving in this kind of condition. I mean, it is a glassy, icy mess out there. Can you message my boss all this? Because I doubt he'll believe in stay and come in. I'm telling Elisa, there's no way you're getting anywhere tomorrow. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Husband tried to puck handle on the ice at our apartment. It worked somewhat. Yeah, right, Charity? Okay, so here's one caveat. If we get some snow, which we will, see that band of snow? You can see it form right there. And it's moving up over Bandera, now it's moving north into Kendall County. Let me get a wider view here for you, and you can see what I'm talking about, okay? Snow will help your tires grip a little bit, okay? But most of us don't have snow tires on our cars. If you have you're not going to be able to get chains on them unless you can, and that's the only way you're driving on the ice. But if there is a little bit of snow, there is the possibility of some traction. But remember, that's going to be for emergency responders who are going to try to get to the emergencies because some people are stuck out there and are trying to get home, or emergency responders are trying to make medical calls. There are still medical calls to be made, and people need emergency care. So they've got to get out on the roads. So please, just do what you can to stay home. We still have to, right? I hear you. I know a lot of people still have to try to work or get there. Can you tell USPS that all employees need to stay home? USPS, all employees need to stay home. I mean, this is just a dangerous situation. Jesse Calvo, my son, is one of them. He's okay. Oh, good. Okay, we're happy to hear that Jesse's good. Already been on the sidewalk. Christy, I'm so sorry. I hope you're all right. Because I'm an old man. So if I bite it on the sidewalk, it hurts for several weeks if something doesn't break. And more than likely, something does break if I hit pavement. That's not good. Don't slam on the brake. Thank you, Shayna. Okay, truth. Don't drive side by side. If you've got a 2-lane road in one direction, make sure that you're getting away from that other driver. Also, if it looks like everybody's got their hazards on, and that was such a great idea. Everybody, if you have to be on the road, make sure your hazards are on. And then the driving distance, because you're going to slide. You're going to need some time in order to come to a stop. And remember, whichever direction you're sliding, that's the direction to try to get your wheel to straighten out. Turn it in the same direction as the slide. Your instinct says you turn against it to try to, that will make it worse. You'll then go into a complete tailspin. You want to try to correct it by turning into the slide. Same direction. Yes, Marla, wrap any exterior pipes. This is a pipe busting cold over the next 36 hours. Make sure that any exterior pipe is wrapped. Make sure that if you have your sink pipes are against the exterior wall, more than likely, okay? Make sure that your cabinets are open tonight, okay? And through tomorrow night, because the temperatures, as I'll show you in a moment, are going to continue to bottom out. Second floor of my apartment, can't get downstairs. Oh my gosh, Trina. Yeah, because of the cement stairs, right? A glassy, just glaze rather, of ice. Will it be snow? Will so and so? Yes, it will. Been waiting for 2 days now, right, Callie? I know. No, I'm telling you, it's going to snow. Look at it. It's coming. It's going to be a few more hours before it gets here, but we've got a good band of snow building from west to east. And the model that we've been using, as I'll show you in a moment, has been spot on. Leave your faucets running with a steady stream. Great stuff, Paul. Absolutely. Get a good little stream. The drip usually is not enough, especially for older pipes. A good little stream is going to be okay. You might have to salt more than once, Rosalind. Absolutely. Keep your water running overnight, Christine. Power out in River Crossing and Spring Branch. Nancy, thank you very much. Make sure you're going to the KENS 5 website for updated school closures as well as road closures. A number of roads have been closed, are shut down. You just can't get anywhere. Don't they name these storms? No, not us. That's going to be the WC. The Weather Channel got into that a few years, hoping it would take. It doesn't take. You name hurricanes. You don't have to name winter storms because you don't have. The whole idea of naming storms is when you have more than one at once, and that happens a lot with hurricanes. It doesn't happen a whole lot with winter storms. I don't think the National Weather Service will ever do that, but that's a Weather Channel thing. Be careful. It hurts. Oh, absolutely, Jennifer. Yes, you have to bend. Make sure you got good rubber soles. Make sure you take your time and bend. Keep your knees bent, okay? All we have is a generator to run our well, but no power in my house, Heather. Okay, make sure the generator's outside. Make sure you've got venting for that. It cannot be inside, cannot even be in a garage. Do not do that. That's dangerous. Do we need to start our cars, Wilson? Only if you're going to be using it. I mean, if you should be okay. I mean, starting it to help run it, I see what you're saying, that you're not going to be wanting it to stay in that icebox cold. It's not a bad idea just to run it tomorrow for a little bit. How will the weather affect roads Tuesday? Hoping to extend my vacation, Syria, right? So, hey, Syria Rima, good to see you. Yeah, that's the truth. I think we drive. I couldn't quite hear you. Okay. Could you please repeat what you said? I can't say your name, Mrs. Rima, because that's what happens. Then Siri thinks I'm talking to her. So anyway, it was funny. So here's the deal. By Tuesday, the moisture is out, but it's so cold that we're probably not going to see much of a melting. You know, we're going to get sunshine, and we're going to have high winds tomorrow. So that's the blessing in getting some of this dried out. But the problem is the temperatures. So let's step forward. You saw current radar now for a while, all right? Oh, let me just show you, before we show you the future radar imagery, let me show you what we've got on the temperature. There's the flyover, completely closed. That's the 410 I-10 flyover. That's been closed since this afternoon. 21 degrees right now. Yow. 13 is the dew point, also a blessing. Keep in mind how dry that air is. When precipitation falls into it, it dries it out. It can't reach the surface. That's why a lot of this has been broken down into a drizzle. That dry slot has really helped us a lot. So with that band of snow coming, you know, I don't say that we're going to get 3, 4, 5 inches of snow because of that dew point that you're looking at. I guess it's right over there. Because of that dew point that you're looking at, right? They're looking, yeah, I look in the right direction. Kind of that Brady Bunch thing. Because of that dew point, there's a good significant drying as this precipitation descends to the surface. So that's why, you know, we will be seeing less than you see on radar, because the radar is looking at the imagery aloft. Remember that, okay? So what we look at sometimes isn't reality of what hits the surface. So it looks impressive on that radar screen, but then it dries out on its descent. Look at that north wind, 20 miles per hour. So let's look at current wind chills right now in the city, and then we're going to go to this model data. Feels like 6 in San Antonio, 1 in Bernie. How about Rock Springs? 10 below 0 wind chill, 2 at Kerrville. You don't get to double digits till you go to Gonzales or Pleasanton or Pearsall. Wow. Even Portage, a 17-degree wind chill tonight. That is something else. Where is the love, Mother Nature, right? Oh, there's a lot of love. It's Valentine's Day. I think we're going to have a baby boom with this kind of cold going on a Sunday night for Valentine's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's going to be a story. The baby boom in 10 months, right? Okay, stepping forward tonight. This is when it changes over. Now you see, and again, I want to emphasize that this model has been nailing this system. Every model initializes differently. Every model struggles sometimes with cold or with precipitation, with heat. You know, it just depends on the system, and it depends on that model run's accuracy. So you plug in live data, like that 20 degrees, that wind chill of 3, all of that's plugged in, the north wind at 20, the dew point at 12, and then the model reruns its thinking. It says, okay, based on that now and those changes, here's what I think happens next. This model's been doing that better than any other. And we've been relying on this one since Friday. And it's been nailing it every day and doing a really good job with incorporating the dry air slot and what it does to the precipitation bands, okay? So with all that said, we can really trust this model. And this is not necessarily one we go to on a lot of occasions in other situations, by the way. So, okay, here it is. We've got more sleet. Freezing rain is what you see in pink. Now look at the temperatures. We go to 20 at 9:30, and we see a good band of snow holding together into Bexar County. And notice it's been snowing now out across the Rio Grande from, say, Del Rio to Eagle Pass for a while. So that could mean, and I really think, we could see those better snow totals southwest of the city, okay? And then it kind of tapers off as you move into Bexar County. All right, so now we're going into Sunday night, Monday morning, okay? Here's the transition into the midnight hour, the snow band at midnight. So I was saying, if you want to stay up, but a lot of this is going to stick to the ground and stay on the ground for when you get up on Monday morning. So temperature down to 12 Bernie, single-digit readings. These are not wind chills. This is the air temperature we expect at midnight. 9 Kerrville, 9 Fredericksburg. The band of precipitation is going to move quick. Okay? And you can see that by 3:30 in the morning, we've got most of the precipitation, the western edge of it at Gonzales to Karnes City, and our temperature drops to 12 degrees, 10 degrees Bernie, 6 Rock Springs, 7 Kerrville. And you can even see breaks in the cloud cover, breaks in the cloud deck by 4 a.m. Speaking of 4 a.m., we will be on. Ken's 5 Eyewitness this morning is starting a half hour early to make sure you're ahead of what is waiting for you out there. Make sure you're aware of the conditions facing you, because I understand some of you have to get out. And as much as it's not advised, some of you are still going to have to get out anyway. One of the blessings that was canceled, or postponed I should say, the livestock show. All of our 4-H and FFH kids were going to be heading to the AT&T Center grounds and Freeman Coliseum to show their animals tomorrow. That's not going to happen. San Antonio Rodeo and Livestock Show has pushed that back. All the schools that were going to be open have now closed. I heard UTSA classes have been canceled for most of the week, as a matter of fact. And that's what I'm thinking, too. We should just stay virtual in our classrooms for elementary, middle, and high schools through Wednesday, because, you know, we've got another chance of precipitation on Wednesday with cold still in place. So back to the next 36 hours. By 5 a.m., we're at 12. It looks like we bottom out at about 12 degrees, according to this model. 10 at Bernie, 7 Kerrville. So single-digit lows on Monday morning. I was showing this to a buddy of mine, Randy Lamar. If you're out there, I love this line. I was showing him this exact data. I was like 7 hill country, maybe 8, 10 or 12 for us. He goes, bro, those are shoe sizes. Those aren't temperatures. I laughed for a good 10 minutes. I said, Randy, you're going to hear that on TV tonight, so I hope I remember that for 10 o'clock if he's going to be watching. So, okay, I take that back. According to this model. Now, again, this is model guidance. I'm still forecasting a low of about maybe 12 or 13 tomorrow morning. This model's taking us to 9 and keeping us there until 10:30 in the morning. See, this is the problem with what's on the ground, that it's going to be so difficult to melt. The only thing that can really help us with it, wind speeds and sunshine. But these temperatures at this number, how can anything melt? I just don't see it happening. So we're looking at temperatures to barely get out of the teens. Look at that. There's the afternoon high, okay? 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we're at 20 to 21 degrees tomorrow. Notice that there's not a cloud in the sky. We should get mostly sunny conditions. That sunshine is going to make a difference on that ice. But the temperature is going to be the real hurdle to clear on what will melt and what will not. So we're praying that, of course, we can get a good melt off of the sunshine, off of the winds helping, because the wind chills. Whew, to be outside tomorrow, okay? Now, before I show you wind chills, let me go forward into Monday night and Tuesday morning. This is when we really bought it. Look what happens. We go to single digits in the city as early as 2 a.m. Tuesday. That's not the low of the day. Keep in mind that we hit the low just before the sun's going to get up. So the sunrise, look at that. We're down to 6 in the city. Austin to 2, 3 at Fredericksburg. In fact, my meteorological brethren, that's not easy to say, in the Austin area, forecasting an all-time low for Austin. They're thinking they could get the all-time low, which is 3 below zero. Our all-time low in San Antonio. Anyone? Anyone? I'm throwing it out there, Bueller. When's the sun coming back? All right, let's answer some questions. Tomorrow, Emily, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there will be sun. It's just going to be so cold. Freezing in Oak Meadow. Hi, Kale. Snowing pretty hard in Del Rio. Thank you, Fidel. So try to please take a picture with a yardstick safely. Be very careful walking. There is a lot of ice under that snow even, okay? Under that snow. There could be patches of ice. Be very careful, but we'd love to see a ruler. btaylor@kens5.com or download the Kens 5 app and use the Near Me section on that app. And please make sure that you upload those pictures. Small space heater, there's not enough. Apartments came and they said, wait a minute, I was still reading, and it jumped on me. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait, they said part will be in next week. Oh, Stephen, you're telling me that you lost heat in your apartment complex? God bless you, man. Try to stay warm. Hello, Veronica. 4 what in New Braunfels? 4 degrees. That's the low. Look, Tuesday, that's the temperature. These are temperatures. I know it says sleet and snow expected but this is all the moisture's out. That's just the headline for what we expect tonight and into maybe the midnight to 2 a.m. hour. And then the precipitation's out and the cold really settles in. But this is looking ahead to Tuesday morning. Wednesday, yes, sleet and freezing rain come back, David. Temperatures will be cold enough, and we got another little disturbance swinging through. Bueller, 0. Claudia's our winner. She's the first one I saw, at least. Did anybody else say 0 first? Now, does anybody know what year it happened? Oh, look at this. Brian Sims. Cut it out. Look at this. Brian Sims, my climate guy. Way to go, brother. You win an extra half hour of sleep on Tuesday night. You're welcome. That's the grand prize tonight. An extra half hour of sleep on Tuesday night. Brian Sims is our winner. Claudia, you get 20 extra minutes Wednesday. That's your prize. Thank you for playing. All right, let's see what else. Drive 109 miles to San Antonio, rented a room, no heat. Babs, come on. That is terrible. I'm so sorry. Man, I'm praying for y'all to stay warm. Elaine, how about Tuesday? I have to go to work at 6 p.m. Okay, so let's look at it. 6 p.m. As we work our way through Tuesday, we get to freezing, I hope, but the clouds are rolling back in. Here comes that next disturbance that turns us cloudy on Tuesday afternoon and evening. So there's the 6 p.m. It will be dry, but at 6 p.m. for you, it's going to be mid-20s and turning cloudy. So we start clear on Tuesday, but turn cloudy by sunset. We won't see any precipitation till Wednesday morning. That's when we're going to have another chance of seeing some precip. Let's show you the 7-day forecast while we're talking about that, okay? Hola, Santa Maria. ¿Cómo estás? One of my weeknight guests. Selena says hi. Hello, Selena. How are you? Hope everything's going great. Friday, got to travel to pick up your daughter. Well, that's going to happen, Felicia. That is going to happen. Friday is looking much better. We can finally say warmer, but it's still going to be cold. I mean, we're still in the 40s. But when you consider where we're going, look at this. I'm going down to 11 on my forecast for tomorrow morning and up to only 25. And as you just saw, that 25 is an optimistic forecast for tomorrow's high. It could stop at about 22 or 23, but we will be clearing. It'll be very cold and windy. I'll show you the wind chills, but just imagine if it's only 11 and 25 and the wind chills won't even be there, okay? They'll be much colder than that. Lake Hills, hi, Mona. We have 4 inches of snow already in Aaron. Please send some pictures and make sure btaylor@kens5.com or, of course, the Kens 5 app. Use that Near Me section and post those up on your social, Kens 5 Eyewitness. That's our hashtag, Kens 5 Eyewitness. We want to get as much as this out on a great slideshow on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and we just want to blow it up with pictures so people, because everybody's stuck at home. This is a great way for everybody to see what's going on everywhere. And hey, I got a cousin that lives there, or hey, I got my mom that lives out there. So it's wonderful to get a good eye out across the whole area. And we're casting that net right now. And hopefully you guys can get some pictures and videos. And remember, when you take your videos, by the way, horizontal. I know everybody wants to shoot vertical with your phones. Turn them horizontal. And that becomes a beautiful video because now you got it full and it's in that cinematic form. We don't have to put the ears on it before we put it on TV, okay? So try to shoot horizontal. Jesse's loving that as he walks by. Jesse Pettis, everybody. Jesse Pettis. What's going on, brother? Squeeze in there 6 feet away, bro. But I love you. And I got a hug waiting for you when this is all over, all right? That's why I miss hugging Jesse. Jesse's awesome. We've been working together for, gosh, what, Jess, 26 years now? 20, yeah, 20, no, 25. This is 25th year. 23. You're 23. Okay, so 23 because I was here before you. You were before me. Right before you. Yeah. Love you, bro. So yeah, that's the fact right there is that the directors love that because remember, when we have to put those ears on, when you have the phone vertical, it doesn't look as good. I mean, we get the point across, and it's still amazing video, but if you've got it horizontal, boy, that's beautiful. That's full view. No family. We have no central heat. Oh, Kathy, yeah. Hey, here it is. This is a Facebook family where we can be praying for each other. We can hand out some resources. If you have any ideas for those who don't have heat or are struggling, please make sure to share resources and prayers most importantly. But also, make sure you're not like doing, you know, if you have a space heater, wonderful. Make sure you're very safe with it. Do not use your oven or your stove for heat in your home. Very dangerous to do that. Can glass shatter? Misty, only if you pour warm water. If you're going to try to get ice off your windshield, make sure you use cold water. Okay, you could even put a little salt in there. It's going to help. But it's got to be cold because that contrast in temperature, that glass will crack. It will definitely happen. So don't do that. And here's a tip too. Okay, make sure you use a CD case for that scraper. Try not to use your credit card because then it's not going to work. But go out and start your car, get your defroster going and get that heat going. But if you got to get going, then get out there with a CD case. A CD case is a good hard edge on it. Gilder, what's going on? At least no snow fences needed here, as they were in New Jersey, right? My buddy from Jersey. What's going on, Gilder? Good to see you. Start at HEB tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to make it in the morning. Joyce, I do not think you're going to make it to HEB in the morning, as much as we need you at HEB. And I know, by the way, that HEB has also shortened their hours tomorrow because they've got to try to get restocked. They've had incredible lines. I heard curbside wait was up to 3 hours yesterday. And the lines inside the store were just wrapped from aisle to aisle. So it's just crazy trying to get supplies in as everybody tries to hunker down and stay home. Kids are waiting. Monica, they can stay up. It's coming. It's on its way. I'll show you radar. Boiling water is better. Don't throw boiling water on a windshield. That is not good. Snow, when? Sonia, by probably 10:30 tonight, okay? And then probably through the midnight hour. It's going to be our best chance. It's going to be a fast-moving band. I don't expect more than, say, an inch, maybe 2 inches. But there could be some isolated spots for some of you of about 2 to 3 inches if it slows down. That's one of the things I can't really forecast, how quickly it does move. It's expected to move quickly, but you never know. It could really slow down on arrival and we get 2 to 3 inches. That's what the models were saying early. I can't bank on that. A lot of the newest model data is showing us that it's moving quickly through. Love you too, Michelle. Thanks for watching. My wife says she loves you. Oh, Misty, oh, awesome. Okay, but I love you all too. I don't want any, don't get jealous or don't get mad. Join the KISS Army, the Alamo City Facebook group. Awesome. KISS. I remember I used to be so scared of them when I was a kid. When they first came out, Gene Simmons and that makeup and that tongue, and I was like, oh, mama. Because I was young. When they first came on the scene, right? That was back when Alice Cooper was, now it's very frightening. But like when I was a kid, Alice Cooper and KISS were like, oh, mommy. And I was listening to my Van Halen and the Police and those bands, right? It will snow in Poteet. Gina, I think it will get that far south. Okay, so we've gotten a good look at the 7-day. I love times like this is when I love our built-in thermometer because notice that we can really start calling it warmer by Friday. Even though that's cold, it's a lot warmer than what we're going to face for the next 48 hours. But then look at that, Saturday, Sunday. What a beautiful weekend, and Mother Nature owes us after doing this to us on Valentine's Day. Really? Where's the love? There's the love. on my tie. Hey, by the way, there's no 0% chance overnight tonight. I know that it cuts it off on this graphic, but let me just show you that I promise you it's a 90% chance, okay? As I put it full screen, you see that the real precipitation probability overnight, 90%, okay? So keep that in mind, please, that there is a sure thing coming, and it's overnight freezing rain and sleet and snow. I say overnight. I really think it could be letting up as we get to about 1 a.m. Let's take a look. This model has done a wonderful job. Let's take a look first at current radar and where we have the bands of moisture moving in. So there was an area of low pressure in the western Gulf that's responsible for those bands you see to the south. The freezing rain and drizzle in pink, the light rain that you see near Port Aransas and stretching up towards Houston. Then you've got the cold front coming, okay, with an upper level wave of Pacific moisture to create that snow that is now concentrated over the Rio Grande. Most of our Del Rioans, they have been telling us it's been snowing for a while out there in Val Verde County. So please take some shots. What time for Universal City? That's what we're going to take a look at. So you can see one little band slipped through the north side, didn't do much, okay, really kind of formed up. Because here's the battle that's going on. There's a dew point out there of 12. So a lot of this moisture is going to evaporate on its descent to the surface. Will look pretty impressive on radar, but once it's on its fall, it hits that pocket of dry air above us at the surface, it dries it on contact. All right, so you see the current radar and the band of snow that's moving into Uvalde. Well, as we step forward, see how well this model's doing? This is what the model thinks the current radar looks like, and it's spot on. I mean, that's about as close as you can get in model forecasting. So stepping forward, high confidence in this model's forecast that at 10 o'clock you can see, look how far south, all of Atascosa County, snow. All of Wilson County, snow. Even down into McMullen County, clipping George West. Look at Carrizo Springs, Crystal City, good band of snow. Then up through Pearsall into the city, and this is now the midnight hour, and we've got snow, look at that, across most of the viewing area. I mean, that's when it moves out of Del Rio, Rock Springs, and the temperatures, and you can already see the clearing line on the cloud cover as we see most of Val Verde County in partly cloudy conditions as early as midnight. That's how this is expected to move quickly, and that's a blessing too. With these kind of temperatures, the quicker we can get the precip out, the better. Good coffee. Coffee's going to be our friend. You know, there's a likelihood, get this, there's a likelihood, because in the building right now is the great Phil Anaya, our weekend news anchor, the great, incomparable Deborah Knapp is in the building, Holly Stouffer on traffic, and yours truly in the weather. There's a good chance that those 4 people that will be leading our 10 o'clock team coverage will be the same 4 people leading our team coverage tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. because it's just too difficult for anybody else to get here. We've got meteorologist Paul Morellis at that hotel nearby, but to get here might be impossible. Right now it is. The only thing, I mean, he might have to walk. It's a long walk, but I don't think that's going to happen. So anyway, the plan is that we will get a little rest, and then we're coming right back at you at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Either way, you're going to have incredible, incomparable coverage starting at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. We've got a big 1 hour coming at 10 o'clock. But, like I said, come 4 a.m., it might still be the same 4 faces you're going to see at 10 p.m. Who do I call for a dog being outside? Heather, I don't know. Is it 911? I'm not sure, but that is a fine if a homeowner, if a pet owner has their dog outside. What's the purple? So that's clearing. That's a contour for temperatures on the surface. I'm glad you asked, because that's not precipitation. The last band of precipitation through Lakey down to Eagle Pass. That's the ending line, okay? Purple is the contour of the temperatures that are in the single digits out there for Rock Springs and Sonora, Menard, some of those communities. And you'll see what I mean, because as I step forward and you can see the clouds moving out and the purple takes over as the color contour for temperatures. Need answers. Can I make a raspa with the snow? As long as it's not yellow, all right? Stay away from the yellow snow. Can I make, free raspas, for the neighborhood, all right. Did a YouTube video where I gave home, oh, God bless you, Joseph. That's what I'm talking about. I had a good friend, too. I have to shout out Bryce Chatlin. My man Bryce, neighbor of mine in Helotes, that stepped up and started buying supplies and getting them out to the homeless Thursday. We went and donated. We had a couple old sleeping bags. We had some old coats that my wife and I got rid of, even some long sleeve shirts and sweatshirts. And we got them to Bryce, who got them to the streets. So, hey, God bless you, Joseph. That's awesome. Snow starting in Uvalde. Okay, right on time. That's the leading edge. Please don't forget pictures to B. Taylor at Ken's 5, to our Near Me section of our Ken's 5 app. It's a great way to just upload them on the phone you take the picture on, okay? Joyce, amen. Pray for the homeless. Thank you. Only the snow's caught in a clean bowl, right, Jessica? Exactly. Watch the ball out first. Yeah, Hanak. There's Hanak, one of my weekday viewers. Good to see you, brother. That's a rule I learned when I was a kid in New Jersey, for sure. Rocio, what is the weather going to be at 4 a.m. tomorrow? Very cold but dry. Your son going to go to work. Rocio, that's going to be a dangerous commute unless there's snow on the ground. That's the only thing that will really grip for tires. But we are really suggesting that no one travel tomorrow morning. If at all possible, please stay home. It's going to be a very dangerous situation by morning. This is a major winter storm. Even where that snow is, there's going to be ice underneath it that you don't know about. Okay, the real dangerous part of tonight is the fact that you've got almost like a glassy glaze where you see through and it looks like it's just dry or wet. And that's a sheet of ice now. It is a sheet of ice. So, I wanted to show you future wind chills. I mentioned that earlier. Here's the feels like right now. Your body thinks the temperature is 2 below zero in Bernie, 6 degrees San Antonio, 9 below Rock Springs. Once we get into tomorrow, I want to show the future wind chills. Because see, let me show you first, I see the winds. As we get into Monday, with this cold front coming through this evening, see the wind speeds? 15, but they die down. But tomorrow morning, they're going to be real gusty before single digits in the afternoon and evening on Monday, thankfully. But then a good east to southeast wind comes pouring in. All right, I haven't used the future wind chills in a while, so it's going to take me a moment. Here we go. Tomorrow morning, not Saturday, Monday, I almost said Tuesday, Monday, wind chills. Let's go to 6 a.m. when some of you are getting your day started. -1, look at Fredericksburg, Rock Springs, 11 to 12 below zero. San Antonio bottoms out at 4 below at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. 7 below San Marcos, 3 below New Braunfels. So it's going to be bitter, bitter cold tomorrow. May you please say hi to Mary and Billy. Mary and Billy, what's going on? How are you guys? Mary and Billy watching. Good to see you guys. Hope everything's well. Stay warm. Build a snowman. It's coming tonight. You're going to have to stay up late for it, but you probably don't have school tomorrow, so it's okay. But yeah, Mary and Billy, good to see you guys are watching. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, no driving home. I mean, I'm here till it's over, and I'm here for sure tonight. But thank you very much. It was 40 in southern Wisconsin this morning. No way. 40 below, Butch? 40 degrees? That's hard to believe. I don't know about that. Yeah, below. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, 40 below. Unbelievable. What time will the snow be here? I think, Christy, by about 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish, we should start seeing some good snow in San Antonio. And then it could be lasting through the midnight hour. After midnight. He said he's staying at the station. Thanks, Don. See, everybody, I'm glad you guys do that. Hector, what's up? Eddie the Hunter Ortiz. I met him today. Eddie, I was going to show him a couple things, you know, just a couple little, but he's the hunter. I love that. No, it was really cool to meet one of our San Antonio boxers today. So that was awesome. Thanks so much for that, Hector. That was cool. I want to hang out with him. And you too. You can come along. But no, I really want to go have lunch sometime. George has got his brisket ready. Oh, come on, George. Serve it up. Leilani, what's going on? Leilani's excited for the snow. That's a beautiful Hawaiian name. Leilani, aloha. We're going to have some snow tonight by midnight, so you get to stay up late tonight with no school tomorrow, but safely enjoy the snow, okay? Be safe, because it's going to be very cold to enjoy this snow, and it's going to be a little windy tonight. So please make sure you're all wrapped up. This is a great time to be wearing the masks, because you're not going to want to take that off, and it's a great covering. So make sure every bit of you is covered, okay, because it's going to be very cold when you go out to see the snow tonight. And watch where you're walking. If you haven't been outside all day, there's a lot of ice on driveways, sidewalks. Try to walk on grass, mulch, anything that, of course, is not asphalt or cement, because that's got a glassy cover on it right now. That's going to be straight up ice. Say what's up, Eddie the Hunter. Yeah, I did. Come on, Hector. Or did I backpedal here? UTSA canceled even the online classes. Thank you, Annalisa. Appreciate that. I knew, yeah, because my daughter, too. My daughter's a road runner. Thank you, Delisa. Yeah, good news is I'm not going home. There's no chance of even getting back to the hotel. We booked a block of rooms not far from here, but there's no chance of even getting that far. We're all hunkering down right here. That's the only way to stay safe. Sophia's ready. Again, please be careful out there having fun in the snow tonight. When the pick-me-up was so bad at the roadhouse, be home safe. Right, Desi? Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to the Pools. I love you guys, for real. My friend the Pools from Gateway Fellowship Church, love you guys. Thank you, Michael. Here's to you, brother. You're the best, too. Oh, did I show you? This is our Ken's 5 mug that we got. You're on mute. Ken's 2020. Our great management team had a Christmas drive-by where they had tamales, they had the mugs. It was a great little gift bag and a great way for everybody to kind of come up and wave and say hi to everybody. But you had to keep moving, just like all the graduation and birthday parades. Snow boots, Nita, ready to go. Excited 4-year-old's going to see snow tonight. She asked Santa for snow during Christmas. Look at that, right? Better late than never, Veronica. I'm with you on that. Happy Valentine's Day to Arthur's wife, everybody. That's awesome, Arthur. Good time for Pozzoli. No kidding, Dolores. Will there be snow in the ground? Yes, there will. Megan, it's going to stick to the ground, and because of temperatures, it's not going to melt until we get the sun out. And that's going to come tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. But yeah, the sun and the winds are going to help dry us out and hopefully get some of that ice melted. It's going to be really difficult, though, because temperatures at their best get up to about 22 or 23 tomorrow. Pedro, maybe it will go back up again in about 3 days. The temperature, it will. By this time next week, we're going to be in the 60s. That's the beauty of it. I mean, but this is a longer stretch than we're used to. And remember, when we talk about, in fact, let me put the 7-day forecast. When we look at these numbers, look in the upper right banner and look at the average. For mid-February in San Antonio, we should be starting our days in the mid-40s and ending at 67. That's the normal high. Our highs will be nearly 20 degrees below our average low. All right? So tomorrow, 25, and that's optimistic. Models are keeping us around 22 tomorrow. So not only is it well below average, high, but it's 20 degrees below the average low. And then look at that. Tuesday morning, 9. Records are going to be blasted all over the U.S. This is the coldest air mass for the United States since December of 1989. I mean, it is just incredible what kind of polar vortex unlocked this huge blast of cold air. It's an area of low pressure is essentially what it is. That's up across the poles. And when it moves south, okay, I don't want to leave the 7-day and show you the map that illustrates this better than me showing you here with my hands, but you know, I want to keep the 7-day up. So as the low drops, picture it at the pole, it drops south. If you're looking at the map, okay, I'll do it in reverse. It moves east towards Toronto, okay, and with it centered over Toronto, we're on the back side of that polar vortex, okay, and that's just a fancy way of saying that area of low pressure. So as it moves east, north of Toronto, backside counterclockwise spin, and you get all that North Pole air from northern Canada through Canada down into the lower 48. So the size of the low, the size of this air mass, we just haven't seen it in a couple of decades. And so for it to just plunge this far south and affect this many Americans is amazing. In fact, I heard it on the national news. They were showing a map that indicated some 130 million Americans are going to be breaking records through the next 48 hours. I mean, it is just an amazing amount of people. I mean, you got to be on the coasts or down in Florida. I mean, those are about and Hawaii are about the only parts of the United States unaffected by this cold air mass. Barbara Jean, yeah, absolutely. Layer every bit of it if you're going to have to be out there. And that's what I'm saying. With these snow pictures and videos you're going to take, please be careful, be well layered. It's going to be very cold. 1949. If you're talking about the coldest temperature, Linda, 51 was close, but coldest was January 1949. We got down to 0. Coldest ever recorded. Snow will stick this time. Yes, absolutely, Timothy. I don't know if we'll get as much as we did in 17. Remember, we got about 2 inches in some spots in 2017. This is a quicker moving band of snow, so we might not get those kind of totals. Can you say, I like mac and cheese? Well, Claudia, easily. I love mac and cheese. How about that? I love the mac and cheese. In fact, my mother-in-law makes it homemade with the breadcrumbs on top and bakes it. That's chef's kiss mac and cheese. But I'll also crush a Kraft mac and cheese out of the box. I love that too. Love it all. See what you did to me? Have the roads been sprayed? Yes, Joe, they have. But not all of them. I mean, there's just no way to get to all of them in a city our size. So a lot of even the side roads now are impassable and closed. The main thoroughfare, they've closed all of them. I mean, it's just a matter of going to our website, kens5.com, and you'll see the updated list, and then they'll have the school closures there as well. Victor, I'm hoping. Between the sunshine and the wind speeds, that's our only hope, because look at the temperatures. We won't get above freezing until Wednesday, okay? Until Wednesday. We're forecasting a high of only 31 Tuesday now. That this cold air mass keeps us below freezing until Wednesday. So the only saving grace will be the sunshine, and we lose that sun by Tuesday afternoon. Notice that it says turning cloudy. By sunset Tuesday, we're back under a cloud deck, anticipating our next system, which brings in a wintry mix on Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening. Desiree, about 1 inch to 3 inches in San Antonio is possible. But I think it's going to be 2 to 3 inch isolated in some spots around the city. You know, like Hill Country, like Bernie, or spots east are also going to see some decent, and southwest, I think we'll see some good totals too. Good night, Samantha. Okay, guys, yeah, I'm going to get going here because love you too, Myra. I remember in 85, Lisa says we got over 1 foot of ice and snow. Absolutely, it was 13 inches in 1985. What time do you think the sun will start melting the snow? I'm hoping as soon as it's up. I mean, once we get to sunrise, it's just the temperatures are a problem. We should be under mostly sunny skies at 7:30, 8, 9 a.m. So with that much sunshine, I think it's going to definitely help. Jackie, the whole state is in a winter weather. I know, right? And that's a good question. Here's something else. I asked our pollen expert. Hopefully this is updated. The last time we saw this pollen count, guys, was February 2nd, 1996. Groundhog's Day, 1996, was the last time we had a trace of mold, a trace of mountain cedar. Isn't that incredible? That's what this cold air mass does. It completely wipes out the pollens in the air. So we're only down to a trace in both categories. All right, guys, I'm going to give you the 7-day forecast and leave this up for a few minutes because we still have a pretty healthy audience watching. And again, my prayers to all of you. If you have to be out, for our first responders, we ask for safety over them. We really want everybody to try to stay home and off the roads, especially so you make room for those emergency responders. And they don't have to, go to as many of those calls as they do some of the emergencies that will happen to people that are home, okay? They're going to have to get there already. So let's please not make it any worse on them. Stay home if you can. This is a very dangerous winter storm situation that we're not going to get out of until, this stuff starts to melt. And that really could possibly not happen until tomorrow afternoon a little bit, but really not until about Wednesday when we get these temperatures above 32. All right? So God bless you. I love you all. We'll see you for complete team coverage coming up on an hour's worth of Ken's 5 Eyewitness News at 10. We're going from 10 to 11, and then we're going to be back at 4 a.m. And, of course, we will be here, if necessary, in between those times. But right now, that's the schedule. Again, 10 p.m., a full hour of Ken's 5 Eyewitness News, and then we're coming your way at 4 a.m. with team coverage. We've got everything you're going to need to know to stay out ahead of this system and stay safe. I love you all. God bless. Have a good night.